Hi, this is Shade Foray with TaxSaleSupport.com. I'm here with Steven Swenson again, and this is another one of our Property Deal of the Week videos. This is actually a sold edition where we're going to be talking about properties that recently sold at auction.
Yeah, in fact, today we're going to be talking about properties that sold in New York. Now, New York is a tax deed state, which means they go ahead and offer the property at auction.
Yeah, you basically have a time period to pay off your delinquent taxes, and after that, the county will start foreclosing on it and offer it up at auction. So, you've got a chance to pick up properties there, which are going to start with, the back taxes and fees owed. So, good opportunities in the state.
Yeah, in fact, the New York auctions are going to go ahead and start at that opening bid, and then whoever's the high bid will go ahead and win that property.
Yeah. Now, before we move on, we've noticed that only about 15% of you guys are subscribed. So we want to make sure or encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that every time we put out a new video, you know.
Yeah, we'd love to have you as part of the team.
So we're going to be looking at some properties that sold in Onondaga County, which is an online auction that ended on October 11th.
Yeah, now with this particular auction, there was about 111 properties. And like Shade said, it ended on October 11th.
So here's the first property here. This is a house that we can see here. It sold for $41,700. We can see the tree's overgrown, but you can see the house doesn't look like it's too old. Probably maybe built in the, I don't know, I would guess and say 70s or 80s.
Yeah, I would assume that as well. It has a market value of $157,000. So when we're talking about, this particular property, there's a lot of potential profit, really over $100,000 worth of potential profit. So if you did need to spend $20,000 in rehab, you could easily do it.
Yeah, the value on the property is high enough to justify it, and you picked it up at a good enough price, that, yeah, this would be a great property, with, good rental potential. And look, here's an interesting property. This sold for $126,000. You can see this is actually a restaurant that had an assessed value of $302,000 on it, and a market that's probably higher or above that at least. We're thinking probably above $350,000. So they picked it up just like the last house for a really good deal that leaves some good potential profitability. And if you look at this place, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a newer building or definitely been remodeled. And it was probably just a victim of the pandemic.
Yeah. So, some good opportunities there. It's good to see, that it'll get another, a new chance.
One thing as well is it's on, 1.5 acres.
Oh, yeah, it is a big chunk of property.
So it's got plenty of land there as well.
Yeah, it's a nice deep lot. And here we have another home. This home sold for $38,500, $520. And we can see, so again, you're getting houses for under $40,000 here. And the value on the property is valued at about $89,000, and it has a rent estimate of about $1,500 a month.
Yeah, I mean, really, at that amount, this property is going to pay off itself within 3 years.
Yeah, easily.
In rentals. So that's kind of the way we look at these properties. Also, over the next 3 years, we're hoping this property goes up in value. And so, based on the conditions, we have a good opportunity to not only make a good rental income if we want to do that, but if we decide to flip it, there's still plenty of profit in there to make.
Oh, yeah. When you buy it that well, there's so many options to you. Here is another house here. This one sold for $50,000. So it sold for a little bit more, but there's still going to be plenty of profitability, in it because, it's valued at about $100,000.
Yeah, this one you're picking up for about half price. So they paid a little bit more for it, but we can also see the current photos here. Obviously, the front door looks like it's been boarded up, but, somebody was currently living in the property. It's possible we could automatically have a rental that we could, a possible renter that we could rent to.
Yeah. Yeah, here's another home. This home sold for $38,000, and the assessed value on it is $91,400, but it has a market, closer to $114,000, with nearly a $1,700 a month rent estimate.
And I figured out that one, and that was less than, it was like 22 months. At that rental income, it would pay off that $38,000 in less than 2 years, and then from there on, you've got a cash flow property.
Yeah.
If you say, okay, you're going to be able to invest $40,000 into something, and in 3 years from now, you're going to be making back $1,700 a month, and your asset has grown now from worth, $40,000 you put into it to maybe being worth 125 or 130 then.
Yeah, really impressive. Yeah, these are all good examples of tax deed, properties that were purchased well. So again, these are properties we've been showing from the Onondaga sale. This was ended on October 11th.
Yeah, we also put out a video with land in the same auction, so check that one out.
Yeah. Now, if you like this information, you should really consider joining our membership program, which is only $39 a month. There's no obligation there, and it includes live training as well as downloadable content you can train with as well as tax sale lists for online auctions, live sales. Really, it's a great one-stop resource for tax sale investors.
Yeah, it really is one of the best values in tax sale education.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for watching this video, and be sure to hit that like button.
Yeah, appreciate it.